The 5 Best Windows Tablets of 2019. If you want a lightweight and portable way to stay productive when you're on the go, tablets can be a vital tool in your tech armory. Although Apple and Android gadgets have traditionally dominated the tablet space, you shouldn't rule out Windows tablets. Some can run the full Windows 10 operating system and thus provide access to the apps you use every day. If the cost is no object and you're only interested in buying the best Windows 10 tablet, you don't need to look any further than the Microsoft Surface Pro 6. It was released in October 2018 and became the 6th generation device in the Surface line of products. The Surface Pro 6 is available in a few different configurations. Core i5 and Core i7 CPUs are both available, and you can choose from either 8GB or 16GB of RAM and either 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, or 1TB of storage. Windows 10 Home is the standard operating system, but you can bump that up to Windows 10 Pro for an extra $100. The tablet has a 2736 x 1824 resolution display which measures 12.3 inches. There's also a headphone jack, a micro SD card reader, a 5-megapixel front camera, and an 8-megapixel rear camera. Unfortunately, the lack of a USB-C port will disappoint some users. Because of the large number of versions available, the price of a Surface Pro 6 can vary considerably. The cheapest model is available for less than $1,000. The top-of-the-line device will typically cost north of $2,200. Also, be aware that neither a keyboard nor a pen is included, you will need to buy them separately. If you only want to do some light browsing and stream a few videos, you don't need all the bells and whistles that the Surface Pro 6 offers. So, if you're interested in Surface Pro alternatives, it's worth checking out the Microsoft Surface Go. Microsoft released it in August 2018, so it's only a couple of months older than the Pro 6. The most notable difference between the two devices is arguably the operating system. Whereas the Surface Pro 6 comes with a full version of Windows, the Surface Go ships with Windows 10 Home S. That means you can only install apps from the Windows Store. You can upgrade to Windows 10 Pro for an extra $50. But in truth, if you need Windows Pro, you are not the Surface Go's target market. The Microsoft Surface Go comes with either 4GB or 8GB of RAM, and you can select 64GB, 128GB, or 256GB of SSD storage. Like the Surface Pro 6, there is a headphone jack and a micro SD card slot. While it's impossible to deny that Microsoft's own range of Windows 10 tablets are the best on the market, there are also some great cheap Windows tablets which are worth considering. We especially like the Chewy Hi-10 Air. It's a couple of years old but still packs an impressive punch for a very affordable price. It runs a full version of Windows 10 Home, has an Intel Cherry Trail Z8350 CPU, a 1.44 GHz quad-core processor, 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of storage. In some ways, the Chewy Hi-10 Air is ahead of the Microsoft tablets, unlike the Surface Pro 6. It comes with a USB-C port, a headphone jack and SD card slot are also included. On the downside, the screen is only 10.1 inches. That might be too small for some people who do a lot of productivity tasks while on the go. Furthermore, battery life is only listed as 4 hours for video playback. Depending on your use case, it might not be quite enough. The Lenovo Mix 632-in-1 is one of the best mid-range Windows 10 tablets. It uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor, the same one as you'll find in many Android smartphones, rather than an Intel version. Where the Lenovo Mix 630 really excels is in its on-the-go connectivity. It comes with a SIM card slot so you can ensure you will always have an internet connection, even when you're away from Wi-Fi. And it boasts an impressive 20 hours of battery life, making it a perfect companion for long-haul flights. The body of the tablet is made entirely of lightweight metal, giving it a premium feel. It runs Windows 10s, though you can upgrade it to Windows 10 Pro. The Acer Switch 3 is another of the best cheap Windows tablets. If you prioritize value over a top-end spec sheet, this could be the Windows tablet for you. Acer also makes a Switch 5 model, but it costs considerably more. Price-wise, it is almost on a par with the cheapest Surface tablets. The Switch 3 has an Intel Pentium N4200 quad-core processor, a 12.2-inch display, with a resolution of 1920 x 1080, 4 GB of RAM, and 64 GB of internal storage. You'll also find a USB-C port. The prevalence of USB-C on non-Microsoft tablets only serves to further highlight what a glaring omission it is from the company's own tablet range. The Acer Switch 3 runs Windows 10 Home and ships with an Acer Active stylus. One of the most significant criticisms of the tablet is the keyboard. Sure, it works, but it's flimsy and doesn't feel like it would stand up to prolonged periods of being thrown in and out rucksacks and briefcases. If you want the best Windows 10 tablet, go and buy the top-of-the-range version of the Microsoft Surface Pro 6. The lack of a USB-C port is a small trade-off given the tablet's overall quality. Once you've chosen your favorite Windows tablet, you may find yourself itching for a more familiar mobile operating system. If so, you should check out our guide on how to install Android on a Windows tablet. Want to install Android on your Windows tablet? Here's how using two methods, dual booting or emulation. Text source, makeuseof.com.